They always call me a dainty princess.
I like it sometimes, but that was ridiculous.
Young Dumb Honey Bun. No, she doesn't deserve my time. The narcolurk had a heart attack. Have some sympathy. Sorry, I'm trying to find my sympathy bone. My sympathy. I'm sorry. I don't care. Of course I feel bad about it. That doesn't take away the fact that she is a narcissist, and I hope that she's okay. But I'm just saying, you can't expect kindness all the time when you say horrible things about me. Like, it just doesn't add up.
Destiny, look at the people who are watching you. They want one thing. Tea. They want you to say what I smell like, how much I eat. That's all they want from you. They don't like you. Like, no tea, no shade.
You're a very manipulative person.
I have come to terms that my mental illness does make me manipulate in ways you don't know what that can put me through, and no one does. No one does, because I am not that person. Destiny, I swear to God, I have never, hated you more.
Hi, y'all, and welcome back. This is going to be a very packed full one. We're going to start with Amber taking a narcissist test and explaining why she isn't one, and then we'll move on to many past clips that show her narcissism. Most of these clips are from the Beck and Wipey era, and Destiny also makes an appearance. Thank y'all for being here, and let's get into it.
Okay, so this is just random as all get out, but we're gonna do this. As you guys know, Shane has this whole series on Jake Paul happening right now. He's making tons of people think they're sociopaths. He talked about narcissism in, I think, part 2, along with sociopathism. Is that a word? And that's just not even an opinion that I have for myself. The people around me know that. If you guys knew me in person, you know that I feel other people's pain. If I see a stranger crying, I will cry. Like, I feel their pain. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm not even gonna do like a sociopath quiz or anything like that, but I'm gonna do a narcissist one because I have seen comments in the comments below. I do read comments here and there, and now lately the negativity really doesn't get to me. So I just scroll through, I read a few here and there. I don't read them all, obviously. But something I see is, I have seen people call me a narcissist. And I don't want to say like people who, you know, are narcissists are horrible people, because obviously it's a disorder. It's not something you can control. But I don't think I'm one. Who knows? But there's a really popular quiz online on psychcentral.com where you can take a narcissistic personality quiz. I'm a little nervous. I wanted to do this on here with you guys. There's a column A and a column B, and I have to click which one best describes me. So you guys are going to be learning a little bit about me today, and you're also going to be learning, is Amberlynn a narcissist? First thing first, it says I am a 27-year-old female. Number 1, I have a natural talent for influencing people, or I am not good at influencing people. I'm gonna go with I have a natural talent for influencing people, but I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. 2, modesty doesn't become me, or I am essentially a modest person. I'm gonna say modesty doesn't become me. Oh my god, I feel like this is gonna turn out really bad. I'm kind of nervous for this quiz. 3, I would do almost anything on a dare, or I tend to be a fairly cautious person. Definitely, I'm a fairly cautious person. Every time I play truth or dare, I always go with truth. 4, when people compliment me, I sometimes get embarrassed. Or, I know that I am good because everybody keeps telling me so. Oh god, definitely the first one. Every time I get a compliment, I'm embarrassed. I don't know how to act. I actually was on YouNow earlier and I was talking about that. I just get so Awkward and weird. 5, the thought of ruling the world frightens the hell out of me, or if I ruled the world, it would be a better place. Definitely, it scares the hell out of me. I wouldn't be able to rule the world. 6, I can usually talk my way out of anything, or I try to accept the consequences of my behavior. I'm gonna be honest and say I try to talk my way out of anything, but if it doesn't work, then obviously I accept the consequences. You guys, I'm trying to be 100% honest on this because I truly want to see what my results are. 7, I prefer to blend in the crowd, or I like to be the center of attention. I'm gonna be honest, it truly depends on the people I'm around. I'm just gonna go with I like to be the center of attention. Number 8, I will be a success, or I'm not too concerned about success. I put I will be a success because I can't say that I'm not concerned with that, because in my opinion, success has a lot to do with money. That's just how I kind of grew up, was like, if you don't have money, then you're not too successful. And I want to be successful in that sense because I want to be able to take care of myself. 9, I'm no better or worse than most people, or I think I am a special person. Definitely, I am no better or worse than most people. And I have realized I'm so much better than majority of you. 10, I'm not sure if I would make a good leader, or I see myself as a good leader. Truly depends on the situation. But if it's something as simple as, like, say when you're in school and you had to do like a group project, I feel like I make a good leader in that sense. But like leader of the world or something like super crazy, like a big company, then no. I'm just gonna go with I'm not sure if I'd make a good leader, because who knows. 11, I am assertive, or I wish I were more assertive. I'm just gonna go with I'm assertive because I don't wish I was more assertive. 12, I like to have authority over other people, or I don't mind following orders. I'm gonna go with I like to have authority because I'm 27 years old. I don't want people telling me what to do. 13, I find it easy to manipulate people, or I don't like it when I find myself manipulating people. Definitely, I don't like when I find myself manipulating people. God, the word manipulating is so hard to say. 14, I insist upon getting the respect that is due, or I usually get the respect that I deserve. I believe that everyone should get the respect that they deserve. 15, I don't particularly, that word's also hard to say, like to show off my body, or I like to show off my body. I'm gonna go with I don't like to show off my body. 16, I could read people like a book, or people are sometimes hard to understand. I definitely feel like I get vibes from people, so I feel like I can read people. 17, if I feel competent, I am willing to take responsibility for making decisions, or I like to take responsibility for making decisions. I guess I am willing to take responsibility. Oh my god, I'm scared for these results. 18, I just want to be reasonably happy, or I want to amount to something in the eyes of the world. I want to be reasonably happy. I feel like happiness is really important. 19, my body is nothing special, or I like to look at my body. Easy, my body's nothing special. 20, I try not to be a show off, or I will always show off if I get the chance. I feel like when I'm proud of something, I do kind of like to talk about it. So I'm just gonna say I hate admitting this. I will usually show off if I get the chance. 21, I always know what I'm doing, or sometimes I'm not sure of what I'm doing. Definitely, sometimes I'm not sure of what I'm doing. 22, I sometimes depend on people to get things done, or I rarely depend on anyone else to get things done. Sometimes I depend on other people to get things done. I share a house with roommates. We all do chores together, and obviously I'm a bigger girl, so it's harder for me to do certain things. I don't like that about myself. Definitely not, so please don't twist my words. 23, sometimes I tell good stories, or everyone likes to hear my stories. I guess sometimes I tell good stories. I expect a great deal from other people, or I like to do things for other people. Oh, I definitely like to do things for other people. I'm definitely a giver. 25, I will never be satisfied until I get all that I deserve. Yikes. I hope no one clicked that. Or I take my satisfactions as they come. Definitely I take my satisfactions as they come. I don't know why, but I feel like this question repeated itself. But 26, compliments embarrass me, or I like to be complimented. Obviously I like to be complimented because I feel like compliments make someone feel good, but overall I definitely get embarrassed, awkward, and sometimes I feel like people are just doing it out of pity. 27, I have a strong will to power, or power for its own sake doesn't interest me. Power does not interest me. It kind of scares me. 28, I don't care about new fads and fashions, or I like to start new fads and fashions. I don't care about new fads or fashions. I mean, if I like something, I like something. If it's a fad, okay, but if it's not, then I don't care. 29, I like to look at myself in the mirror, or I'm not particularly interested in looking at myself in the mirror. This one's a hard one. I feel like I am very unattractive, but I feel like my body is so weird looking that I can't help but look. I know that sounds really odd, but I'm just gonna go with I don't like looking in the mirror, because when I do look in the mirror, it makes me sad and I try not to look at it as much as possible. 30, I really like to be the center of attention, or it makes me uncomfortable to be the center of attention. I'm gonna go with I like it. Ooh. 31, I can live my life any way that I want to, or people can't always live their lives in terms of what they want. Obviously at 27, I like to rant and say, I can do what I want, boo-boo. But that's just not the reality of things. So I feel like people can't always live their lives the way they want to. 32, being an authority doesn't mean that much to me, or people always seem to recognize my authority. Doesn't mean that much to me. 33, I would prefer to be a leader. Why are some of these repeated? I'm going crazy. By the way, we're almost done. So 33, I would prefer to be a leader, or it makes little difference to me whether I'm a leader or not. Again, depends on the situation, because I feel like when you're a leader, you know that things are going to get done, and if someone else is leading, then you don't know how good of a leader they are. I don't feel like that makes you a narcissist to want to get the job done right. But I'm just going to go with it makes little difference to me, because honestly, if I do my part, that's all that matters, I guess. 34, I'm going to be a great person, or I hope I'm going to be successful. I'm gonna go with I'm going to be a great person. 35, people sometimes believe what I tell them, or I can make anybody believe anything I want them to. Ooh, I don't like either of those. I'm just gonna go with people believe what I tell them, because I tell them the truth, so. 36, I am a born leader, or leadership is a quality that takes a long time to develop. Definitely a long time to develop. I don't think anyone's born just like, I'm leader of the world, bitch. 37, I wish somebody would someday write my biography, or I don't like people to pry into my life for any reason. A little bit of both, but I think my biography would be really good. A lot of people have always told me I need to write a book because I was in foster care, the things I went through, stuff with my weight. So I'm just gonna go with the biography one. 38, I get upset when people don't notice how I look when I go out in public, or I don't mind blending into the crowd when I go out in public. Again, that depends, because if I'm looking good and like Becky don't notice or something, I'm like, girl. But then again, I don't like all the compliments because it makes me feel nervous, and I'm like, ooh. I'm just gonna say I get upset when people don't notice. 39, I am more capable than other people, or there's a lot that I can learn from other people. Definitely a lot that I can learn from other people. This is the last question. 40, I am much like everybody else, or I'm an extraordinary person. I'm just gonna put I am much like everybody else, because we've all been through struggles. We all are doing our life. There's really nothing extraordinary about me. So now I'm gonna press score my narcissism quiz now. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Okay, it says my total is 13. It says between 12 and 15 is average. So I'm right in between average. It says celebrities often score closer to 18. Narcissists score over 20. Oh, I'm not a narcissist. Okay, that makes me feel so good. The highest thing I scored on was exhibitionism, which means this trait refers to a person's need to be the center of attention and willingness to ensure that they're center of attention. I feel like all YouTubers kind of have that. The lowest one I scored on was vanity and entitlement, which was 0. So vanity, the trait refers to a person's vanity or their belief in one's own superior abilities and attractiveness compared to others. Definitely not me. In entitlement, this trait refers to the expectation and amount of entitlement a person has in their lives, that is unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment or automatic compliance with one's expectations, which is definitely not me either. Second highest that I got though was authority. Whoopsies. So it says authority refers to a person's leadership skills and power. People who score higher on authority like to be in charge and gain power, often for power's sake alone. Ugh, I don't like power, so that's kind of weird. Then my third highest was exploitativeness. Exploitativeness. I can't say that word, I'm sorry. But that means this trait refers to how willing you are to exploit others in order to meet your own goals. Very low. I got a 1 for superiority and self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency is this trait refers to how self-sufficient a person is. Superiority, this trait refers to whether a person feels they are more superior than most. So again, my highest is the exhibitionism, authority. Lowest is vanity and entitlement. So that was actually really interesting. It's nice to know that a quiz on a psych website does not think I'm a narcissist, because I never have thought so. I will admit that some of my traits and like what's visible on camera definitely can seem a little, Amberlynn, are you a narcissist? Like, I get it, but I'm not. Like, proof is in the cards. I really enjoyed taking that because I was super honest and it was fun. I really truly wanted to see my results. Do you believe you're a narcissist? No. And they asked why or why not. Because okay, I'm gonna be honest. I got called a narcissist so much on YouTube. I've never been called that in my real life, by the way. That I started like doing research on narcissism, and it made me believe for a minute that I really, really was. And I was like, oh my God. So I started doing these like stupid tests and stuff. And then the funny thing is, like almost on cue, I started seeing all these memes about like how if you research narcissism, it'll make you believe that you're narcissist when you're not. It's actually really funny. But I know that I'm not, because I think the biggest thing about if you're a narcissist versus if you aren't is empathy. And if I am near someone who's crying, I'm gonna start bawling my eyes out. Got diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, would you keep it to yourself unlike most of your other diagnoses? Honestly, if I got diagnosed as being a narcissist, I would definitely let y'all know. I can't even tell you how many times I've been called a narcissist online. A lot of people have narcissistic traits. Like, I even know my narcissistic traits. Like, I can admit to them, I'm aware of them. I have questioned so many times, like, is everyone right? Like, am I a narcissist? But when it really just boils down to everything and the knowledge that I know about it, and I have met some narcissistic people in my life, I don't match that type of energy.
Evidence of narcissism.
You know what? Let's put makeup on my knuckles. So people were saying I put concealer on my knuckles. So let me get some concealer. I never in my life would have ever thought of doing something like that. Is this good for you? So, do I use a makeup brush for this? I don't even know. Oh my God, I'm getting it all over. Hold on. Okay. What? Ooh, crusty. That's y'all, that's crusty. I thought you guys came up with a really good idea, but I've realized it's not. Yes, I put makeup on my knuckles to hide it. To hide what exactly? My diabetes. Her sister's actually at a soccer game. She plays soccer. I remember when I used to play soccer. I played soccer and softball when I was like 10 and 11, and I loved it, honestly.
She plays legit soccer.
Hey, I played legit soccer.
This is like scholarship looking for.
Okay, I was freaking
soccer.
10. Like, calm down.
She plays for travel soccer too. She has to travel all over the place.
Are you saying I didn't play true soccer?
I mean, you probably did, but I mean, like,
did. Like,
her
we
soccer
had
is
to,
like intense.
Yeah,
like,
I had to travel. I mean, of course it's intense for her now. She's in high school. Like,
she's gonna travel to like different cities. Like, she's gotta go to Alabama. She's gotta go to South Florida.
I had to go to different cities. I was in a group home at the time, and my dad and my aunt, who's now in heaven, and my grandma, who's now in heaven, all three of them would come and visit me during the days where I had soccer, and it was awesome. I remember we were the blue team. I forgot what we were called though. Come here. No, come here. I'm very late to this. Got P.O. box packages. So, disclaimer, I want to make it very well known that this next clip is because sometimes enough is enough. And I think I let this moment get to me more than I normally would have in the past. And I could easily not show this to you guys, but I want to show it to you because I feel like there needs to be some awareness around this. And I want to be able to show you examples of what I'm talking about when I say that I feel like I am fat shamed, where I feel like there's a hate mob around me due to my weight, where people are rude to me due to my weight. And I want to show examples of that. But I want to let everyone know that in this video, or in this clip that I'm about to show, I'm not speaking to everybody watching. Obviously, if you're a supporter and you're kind and you've never said anything hateful to me or sent me anything hateful in the mail or anything like that, then obviously I'm not talking to you guys, because you guys know I love you so much and I'm so grateful for you guys, like thoroughly. Like, thank you so much for always being here. Like, you have no idea how much I need that surrounding my YouTube. I need the kindness. And I think mass majority of you guys understand where I'm coming from, where it's like sometimes I need to shed a spotlight on the things that matter. And right now, I think bringing awareness to fat phobia and discrimination and cyberbullying, I feel like that is very important, because the internet is becoming more popular as we go on. You need the internet for everything. And bullying is becoming more extreme. Fat phobia is becoming more extreme. And I will always be a voice for that. And I know the people who support me understand. So here's the clip. Okay, guys, so I just got home. And sorry if it looks like I've been crying. It's because I wasn't going to open the P.O. box stuff or anything like that. I like to open everything in order that I received it. So I still have packages that I've received last week. I have quite a few packages, but I don't like to make it like a whole segment. I like it to be like little partial segments, which I thoroughly enjoy. So again, if you want to send me anything, here's my P.O. box. But I think I just need to make like a public announcement. There are a lot of things. I won't say a lot. I'm going to say a few. There's been 3 things that I have received that I have not showed on camera because it was just like massive fat shaming. And I just didn't want to put light on that. But I do find, some things to be just like, it's clear that it's rude and it's fat shaming. Like the whole mobility scooter magazine, whatever. I can't be perfect all the time. So I'm going to shed light on some of the shaming that I do receive inside of my P.O. box, because I feel like I do need to make people aware that this is something that I am dealing with. And there's actively more things, more harassment happening in my life that I don't share on here because I don't want people to think I'm lying. And it's like, it's just hard. So, I opened this because it said perishable on the side, and I didn't want it to just be sitting with all my other packages right here, because like I said, there is a ton. I'll show you guys actually. So all of these, and this is, the pile that I go through slowly and I enjoy, and it's something that I really enjoy doing with you guys, and I appreciate everything you guys send me, the letters, etc. But I didn't want this to get like moldy right next to my office desk, so I had to open. And it's like, this is where it's like, there's funny trolling, like lighthearted trolling, and then there's just downright like abuse. Like it's like sending alcohol to an alcoholic, or sending heroin to a heroin addict. People say all the time, you're not bullied. Why can't you just take constructive criticism? Why can't you just deal with it? Take the heat or get out of the kitchen. Am I right? That is what I hear all the time. But there comes a time where it's like, you guys, I'm not the fucking problem. Some of you are. And yeah, I'm getting mad because I'm fucking, it's like I try to do something nice. And I know people can say, why are you showing this? It's to show you guys that this is the shit that I deal with outside of the fucking camera. You guys won't even believe the shit that I have to deal with. And it's just part of the problem. So, you know, this is what happens when my YouTube channel 7-8 years ago ends up on a fat shaming website and all of you guys decide to come follow me. This is what happens. Fat shaming isn't real. What do you mean it's fat phobia? It's constructive criticism. What is that? You're sending alcohol to an alcoholic. So I hope you have fun sitting next to Trump in hell. See, I was angry and I'm not really like an angry person. And I wasn't even starting the video to react that way. I actually wanted to stay calm, but it's just like, I felt rage inside of me. I felt anger and sadness for not only myself, but for other people who have to deal with this as well. And for the future generations. You know, I just hold on hope that one day this won't be an issue, that fat shaming and bullying and harassment will not be a thing in the future. I can only hope. We'll see. But it's also like doing things like this. You are literally wasting food. I am not eating this. I'm not opening it. I am not going to give it to anybody because this is given to me in malice. And I threw it in the trash. You, by sending this to me, are the ones wasting food. So if you ever feel the need to do something cruel like this, give that money or give that food to someone who needs it. Do something good with your bad. But I'm no longer going to be showing things like this because it's taking time and space away from the people who send me things, who support me. And of course, I will continue spreading awareness about fat phobia. That's what I do because it's very important to me. But you know what? Putting stuff like this in spotlight, there's a time and a place. And for P.O. Box time, that's not the time and that's not the place. I think right now I'm in shock. And I know once we move, I'm going to just completely fall apart. And I'm honestly afraid for that moment, to be honest. So
I'm terrified. I'm scared of the unknown, and I'm excited, but I'm also absolutely terrified. And like she said, it's still shock. I've cried about it.
Well, at least you're excited, you said. That's a little crazy sounding.
It's because I'm excited to start taking care of myself. You know, I want to go to the doctor, get my skin condition under.
But you could do all that now.
Amberlynn, with us together.
You can't go to the doctor with us together?
I'm talking about taking care of my diabetes, my weight, you with your weight, your issues. We're standing in each other's way.
Okay.
We've been together for 4 years, and how many people are telling me, you know, I'm an enabler for allowing you to do what you do?
Yeah.
And it's like...
I just hate that word.
It's true, because I can't say no. Can't say no.
Me neither. Yeah, I guess some people just take care of themselves better when they're not in a relationship. It sounds insane, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why. People just get too comfortable and they stop caring about the rash on their arm.
No. I had more things to say.
No, I know, but
it's just like the newest thing that's popped up. It's not a rash. It's a skin condition. I get these like that was, see that one? That was itching so bad the other day.
Yeah.
Somebody told me it's, I don't know if it was eczema or a lot of people get it on their scalp. What is that called?
This is random, but you know what I feel like, kind of? Amberlynn started calling me. Look. She called me. Hello?
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 What do you want?
Nothing. I was just on live and I thought I'd give you a call. What are you
I
doing?
don't think that's... I just made a smoothie. You don't think that's a little weird?
I know you're watching.
I'm literally not.
Okay.
I didn't even know you were live.
Oh. Well, they bet I wouldn't do it, so I just did it.
Okay, but you calling me so willy-nilly, like, aren't you supposed to be healing?
Illing.
Aren't you supposed to be healing? I don't get it.
It's just a joke.
It's not really that funny if I'm your abuser, so.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm just saying.
I know that you were watching because you literally messaged me on Facebook saying that I was talking about your mom. So what do you mean?
Someone messaged me on Instagram and said that you're talking about my mom in prison.
I didn't.
Okay, and I'm just letting you know my mom has nothing to do with YouTube, so just keep her out of your mouth.
But you talked about my mom.
Respectfully, because you brought her up, honey.
It's nice the same thing.
Totally different. My mom didn't beat you up.
Oh.
My mom respected you and was kind to you.
Oh my God.
What? You started this drama. Like, you're not going to get the nice Amberlynn. Destiny, look at the people who are watching you. They want one thing. Tea. They want you to say what I smell like, how much I eat. That's all they want from you. They don't like you. Like, no tea, no shade. I don't understand why, like, you calling me, like, what does this do for you?
I don't know. I just thought I would do it. I didn't think you'd answer, but you called me back.
Like, doesn't your fiance think it's weird that, like, your whole YouTube presence is, like, revolved around your ex?
I don't know, baby. Do you think it's weird? She's right here.
Like, is that how you bought her a Kindle? With that money? Is that what's up?
Yeah, actually it is. I don't care.
I figured as much.
Yeah, see, you've been watching. If you knew I got her a Kindle, you've been watching the live. Don't fucking lie.
No, I literally have people who message me. Like, I should show you my Instagram DMs. It is off the chain. Like, everyone sends me either reaction channel clips or clips of you or what you say, what you do. Half of it, I'm like, I don't know if I should believe it or not.
I haven't even been on here long enough for people to be doing that.
Are you joking? Your fiance doesn't think this is weird.
Baby, do you think it's weird?
I have nothing to say.
She has nothing to say. She does not care.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything regarding that. I just think it's really weird. It's very, like, money hungry. If you need to heal, I have a really good therapist. I can give you their number. Oh, the only tea you have on me is I have a bad attitude. Yeah, I do. And then you sit there and you say, Amberlynn is a good person, but she has her attitude that gets in the way. Have you ever thought of, like, mental illness is a problem?
What?
My mental illness gets in the way of a lot. I didn't think you were a bad person, but I guess now I do. It's just like, you know the type of reaction I was going to receive by you doing this.
Well, I haven't necessarily gotten good reactions.
Bullshit.
What good reactions have I got? As soon as I got on live, everyone said I got fat. So, you act like I'm getting all this praise.
You are. Literally everyone is following you. Team Destiny. Amberlynn's an abuser. Like, because of everything that you're saying. And it's like the one incident where I could slightly be an abuser, it didn't even happen.
You're a very manipulative person.
I have come to terms that my mental illness does make me manipulate in ways. Manipulate. And the relationship I'm in now is, like, mature, and we're trying to grow together and learn together. And it's like, for my mental illness to be used against me by my ex is pretty shitty. It's forever making people have something else to literally harass me about and to bully me about. You know what I deal with on YouTube.
I could have not said a word and not be vlogging right now and people would have shit to say about you.
And the fact that, like, your brother is in on this? Like, what the fuck?
My brother's in on this? What do you mean?
You literally, like, back when I was watching your live streams, like, one you did a couple weeks ago, you said how Timothy is, like, your... like guiding you or whatever.
He's like a wannabe manager. He doesn't actually do anything.
Like, how shitty is that? Like, I know T on him. Like, I know T on your whole fucking family times 12, but I'm not that person.
My brother?
Yeah, he was a coke addict. I was one of the first people you called when you found out that your dad was not your dad. Like, you forget how close we were, and you just, like, shoved that down the toilet. I'm not gonna sit there and talk about you. Like, I've dealt with it. Like, I felt like I had to defend myself, so that's why I did what I did. But then I realized it was so bad for mental health, and I'm just not that type of person, like, at all. And it's like, you and Becky being in cahoots is fucking disgusting.
Me and Becky are not in cahoots.
Whatever, you are. You don't know what Becky put me through, and no one does. No one does, because I am not that person. And somehow, and like, oh my God, the whole Casey thing, Destiny, I swear to God, I have never, like, hated you more.
What do you mean?
Because you know I'm telling the truth, and you have always stood by me. Like, I wish you would just fucking leave my name out of your mouth.
I mean, same.
On with your life.
And I'm sure Becky feels the same way.
I don't talk about her.
I don't want to hear it, because you do. And still me.
Anything else? Because I swear to you, this is it. Like, have fun making money on this phone call. If you'd like, give me half. Like, from everything.
Give you half? Don't even start with your shit.
And there we have Narcissist Lynn at her finest. Do you believe that her test results really stated she doesn't fall within the narcissist category? Those clips of Amber treating Beck and Destiny the way she did prove otherwise. Please let me know your thoughts and what you'd like to see next. Bye-bye!